pussy, nigga. 09 and ecstasy, nigga. Fuck with me, dog. Pull up on the scene of some luxury, dog. That's me. And my Kobe, yeah. 24, my clothes is rare. Iceberg, fuck the diamond, yeah. And that lake shit like Xavier. This that Juan Carlos and Javier. Raw coat, straight off the boat. I'm a fly nigga, took a wing off. Married to the game, took my ring off. That's me. We can have a bling off. Throw the auto-tune on, have a sing off. If the pussy ain't mine and I speed off, cause I don't even fuck with hoes, rather beat off. No lotion, tips got the potion. Fuck the commotion, I'm out in the ocean. A nigga in motion, all this devotion. Got a nigga up in this bitch like he floating. Gold grill shining, check out my limb. On roll with
the It's Monday. So that means 3 things. 1, I'm not your MCM. 2, it's a Mamba Monday. And 3, it's time for the A24 podcast. How you guys doing? I am your host, the product of poverty's environment, the Pope Chuck Paul. Oh, excuse me. It's another wet and nasty Monday morning. It's the first of the month. It's March. It's time for March Madness. And if some of you don't know, it's still Black History Month. Why? Because we still got to educate some of you dumb motherfuckers about what's going on in this country. But before we get into all of that, Snowfall came on Thursday. 2-episode premiere. Oh man. Franklin Saint. He just can't keep his nose out of motherfuckers' business. So, as I've mentioned before, and if you guys are avid watchers of Snowfall, you know that this season was going to focus more on the gang violence, the forming of the Bloods and the Crips, how that was fucking with the crack business, then the gun sales. Whew. So, Manboy and Scully are beefing. And if you from the hood, you from the streets, you know dudes who get money, whatever, you all know that murders fuck with the money. There's no bodies dropping. Police ain't gonna be on you like that. Now with all these bodies dropping, all this beef, it's fucked up the biz. And Frank don't like that. And now remember, Frank is still recovering from getting shot up by I think her name was Melanie, the cop's daughter. So he's looking all weak. He has his cane and shit. He hasn't been outside. Leon been holding it down. And him and Leon was beefing too. Leon was like, yo, I'm not trying to be your driver. When you was in that bed, I was holding it down. Me and my niggas. Franklin felt the way. And then when he came through to Louie's New Year's party, he brought the big Mexican dude with him. Leon ain't like that, because he feels like he's the reason why the other homie that was in their crew, I forgot the nigga's name, he looked like a Ninja Turtle, got shot. So from that point on, him and Leon stopped being cool. So from there, other shit that Franklin got to take care of. He's trying to squash this beef between Scully and Manboy, because he's pretty much selling them both work. So they have a meeting, they're trying to figure out like, yo, what we gonna do? Are we gonna kill one of them? Kill both of them? Well, you know, Franklin, he got the gun plug too. So he go over to Scully. He's talked to him about like, yeah, you know, you should go in on kill Manboy. Then Franklin goes and says the same type of shit to Manboy about Scully. So they could try to kill Scully, get him out. So on the way to meet up, Scully's on some other, I don't know what drug this was. He dropped some shit in his ear and he was just super turned up, like he was on some motherfucking wet or something. Hop out the car, he starts bucking. Y'all start shooting at each other. Long story short, Scully only get hit in the shoulder. He blaming Franklin for it. Now Franklin got to lay low again. Man boy hit him in the shoulder. He thinking he killed him. Man, oh man. That's an abbreviated version of those 2 episodes. I got some other more pressing shit to talk about, you know. But yeah, man, Snowfall. Can't wait for this episode 3 this Thursday. If you live under a rock, go check that shit out. I put on a lot of my old bitches to Snowfall. Now they're out with their new dude watching it. Oh, damn it. I hate when that happens, man. Like, I trusted you with my shows. And this what you do, baby? Oh, jeez. Oh, Stream noticed the A24 podcast and Gone Hollywood tees are available in the shop right now in white and black. Champion. Get TKO logo on the right sleeve, you know what I'm saying? You know. Got a haircut this weekend. The beard's luxurious. The locks are braided nicely. But yeah. Also, this past week, history was made. Renee Montgomery, former player of the WNBA's Atlanta Dream, I believe, retired and then bought the team with an investment group, which includes, hold on, real estate investor Larry Gottsdiner and Suzanne Aber, president of Northland Investment Corp in Massachusetts. So pretty much during the bubble, the female bubble in Orlando, the women also wanted to raise awareness for social injustice and things of that nature. Now, one team in particular, the Atlanta Dream, who was owned by former Senator Kelly Loeffler, a Republican, she didn't want any of that. But the players did anyway. They wore t-shirts, they kneeled during the anthem, and Kelly was pressured to sell the team. And then LeBron was talking about getting an investor group and buying the team. Now, Renee and LeBron worked together during the More Than a Vote initiative that LeBron started. So she went to LeBron about the idea, and he put the battery in her back. So after she was being told shut up and dribble by the team owner sells it, and it just so happens to be her former player, Renee Montgomery. Talk about black excellence. That's some black history for you right there. She used to ball for the team she owns. Oh, that's some real player shit. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how people think just because athletes make X amount of money, they should just shut the fuck up and do what they're told. In that logic, if you should shut the fuck up because you make X amount of money, shouldn't a lot of these politicians just shut the fuck up then? Because a lot of them, whew, 6-figure salaries, millionaires. I told you, Mitch McConnell worth $22.5 million. And also, speaking of shutting up and dribbling, this fucking Zoolander looking motherfucker. So, this soccer player, let me get this fool's name real quick. No, I don't be watching soccer, I'm not gonna lie to you. Named Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Okay, yeah. I will tell you what team he plays for, but I really don't care. He pretty much said LeBron James should just stick to playing sports and stay out of politics because he's not that educated on it. First of all, motherfucker, you're not even from the United States. Why are you worried about what he's doing? Like, do you know what's going on in the motherfucking country? Let's see what's happening going on in this country with black people for centuries. Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? So, by his logic, being that you're an athlete, you shouldn't talk about sports. I mean, you shouldn't talk about politics. Because, you know, I guess you're not educated on it. So, by that logic, Steve from accounting shouldn't talk about politics. Marianne from the mailroom shouldn't talk about politics. Bob, the cop, shouldn't talk about politics. See where I'm getting at here? You know what I'm saying? Hell, there's people in politics that shouldn't even be talking about politics. They don't even be knowing what the fuck they be doing. And to criticize somebody who's fighting voter suppression, who's built a school that also helps the parents find jobs and to go back to school for themselves, get college credits. You're going to tell him to mind his business when he actually does things in his community. I wonder what this dude does for his. I believe he's Swedish or some shit like that or whatever. But yo, how about you stay in your motherfucking lane? Because too many times people are getting upset when black people raise these issues. Oh, just move on. You're rich. This, that, and the fourth. No. These ain't the 60s. This ain't the times of slavery. If you don't like some shit, we gonna let you know about it. Point blank, period. And like I said, man, this dude, Zlatan, oh Jesus Christ. Like, why'd you get this motherfucker started? You know? And it's crazy because this same dude was talking about racism in 2018. He was talking about politics. And folks always saying keep politics out of sports. It's funny because it was also the former president who was calling players sons of bitches and stuff like that. He was bringing politics into sports. And if you don't want politics into sports, take the anthem out of sports. Isn't that political? But that's a whole other story. Because we already went through how it really wasn't about the flag and y'all was just racist when the NFL season started. That's a whole other story. But one thing I really wanted to talk about today was this motherfucker Jeremy Lin. You know, I really think he's really entitled after having that one good, not even season, that good string of 20 games like 10 years ago. And after that, he thought he deserved a big contract. And he didn't do shit then. And then after he rode the bench on the Raptors and won a ring, he was whining and crying, complaining because he couldn't, because no teams wanted to sign him. Dude, you're not that good. You're not. He didn't want to go back to China to play. Dude, why not? You be a star there. Way bigger of a star than you was over here. But recently he said that while playing, someone called him coronavirus, which I find funny, not because he's of Asian descent, they called him coronavirus, but because it's a terrible joke in the first place. And I was reading some comments on Instagram. Someone was like, hey, if we playing the game, I'm going to do whatever it takes to throw you off your game. But out in the street, nah, I probably wouldn't. But in any event, people are talking about how racism towards the Asian community and Chinese is at an all-time high. I would really like to look at those numbers and compare them to racism towards black people. Because when we talk about it, it goes on deaf ears and it's like, oh, you're overreacting. Chinese and Asian folks like, oh my God. We must stop. Excuse me. Now, I'm going to say some things right now that you're either going to like, love, agree with, or you might say I'm being insensitive. But guess what? I don't give a fuck. I like to know when Jeremy Lin played for the Brooklyn Nets in 2016, did he have anything to say when Akai Gurley was shot in the Brooklyn staircase by an Asian police officer and all he got was 5 years probation? Did he have the same energy? I want to know. Because people in that Asian community in Brooklyn, they didn't march or protest in favor of the officer getting arrested. No, they marched in protest because they wanted that Chinese officer to face no jail time, because white officers don't fail jail time whenever they shoot somebody black dead. And guess what? He got 5 years probation. I didn't hear shit from you, Jeremy Lin. I'm going to take it back further. I'm going to take it back further real quick. Remember those 92 riots? Well, one of the causes of that was the killing of Latasha Harlins. I believe she was 16 years old. Well, she was 15. She was in a convenience store. She went to buy a juice. She had the money in her hand. She put it in a book bag. The Asian store clerk asked if she was going to pay for it. She was like, yeah. She confronted her, grabbed her by her sweater. A fight ensued. And then the store clerk, she took the juice from her. Latasha, she's leaving the store. Now mind you, the store clerk took the juice back, even though Latasha had the money in her hand, was ready to pay for it. She goes behind the register, gets a revolver, shoots her in the back of the head. Mind you, surveillance cameras recording this whole thing. There's 2 eyewitnesses in favor of Latasha. You know what happens? 5 years of probation, 400 hours of community service, and a $500 fine. You have to pay the funeral expenses. I wonder what Jeremy Lin thinks about that. I really do. Since this smart motherfucker knows everything. I told you, it's still Black History Month. I'm schooling some of you motherfuckers right now. What did Jeremy Lin think about that? Also, what did Jeremy Lin think about the people in China discriminating Africans there? Banning them from restaurants, kicking them out of apartments during the coronavirus pandemic. How does he feel about that? You see, it's funny because motherfuckers be wanting to be black until it's time to be black. You know what I mean by that? They love our music, they love our culture, but when shit happens to them, that always happens to us, oh, then they want sympathy. You know, like no. Where were y'all at when all these things were happening? I ain't seen not one Asian Chinese person post about it and say, yo, this is fucked up what they're doing. Hell, a Chinese Facebook friend of mine last year was talking about people being racist towards Chinese folks, and we were like, yo, this, yeah, it happens to everyone, but this is a minute situation in your community. So I asked him about the situation in China, about kicking people out of McDonald's and apartment complexes. He was like, oh, that's only one post. So I sent them 2 or 3. And see, that's a different form of racism right there. You just dismiss some shit. Like, oh, that ain't true, it couldn't happen. Instead of saying, yo, for real? Send me that link. I had to shut him up real quick. Because a motherfucker like me, I talk about certain things and certain subjects, I come with facts. And yeah, it's sad someone called you coronavirus, Jeremy Lin. But no one was ever called coronavirus while being whipped, beaten, tortured, or sold. You will be okay, motherfucker. But again, I want to know your thoughts on Akai Gurley, Latasha Harlins, and the racism towards blacks in China. Yeah, you little smarty art motherfucker, right? Dumb motherfucker. Got me all riled up today, man. Sheesh. And we're gonna stay on sports. All-Star Weekend, March 7th. It will be like a whole one-day event. Skills competition, 3-point shootout first, then All-Star game, halftime to dunk contest. We'll see what happens. Oh, Atlanta's gonna be so nasty. My people, I did his luxury car rental website. He's like, man, business is booming right now. Lordy, lordy, lordy. But man. Oh, I almost forgot. How did I forget? It's a Monday, Mamba Monday. I'm wearing the new A24 tee. Kyrie Irving insists on Kobe Bryant being the new logo. Now, the logo that's circulating around the internet, made by Australian artist Tyson Beck, he made about 30 variations of these with different players 3 years ago. So Kobe's seen this when he was alive, and he's done work for Kobe as well. So people think this thing is new. Excuse me. And even when Kobe was alive, and they talk about changing the logo and whatnot, Jerry West is with it. And I think it makes the most sense and it's dope because Jerry West drafted Kobe to the Lakers. And it's like, all right, Jerry West to Kobe. It's a dope passing of the torch. Some folks is like, oh, you're only doing it because he's dead. It's not. Yo, look, man. There was talks about this before he passed. So hey, man, I'm for it. I think Kyrie be acting crazy sometimes, but I'm with this. Yes, Black Kings built this motherfucking league. And before I let go, just stay dangerous, man. Stay dangerous. Motherfuckers out here, they don't want us to advance. They're trying to shut us down, shut us up. Don't let them do it. Stay dangerous. That doesn't mean physically or violently, but this up here. Alright? Motherfuckers ain't smarter than us, man. But yo, I'm gonna let you guys go. Got some things to take care of. Gotta edit this video, send the emails out, upload some merch. And it's Monday, my boys here. Remote school. So yo, like I always say, like, share, subscribe, comment. I am the Pope Chuck Paul. Peace out.